Hey everybody, Jang here from jangbricks.com with a look at the 2014 Lego City Police Station. This is set number 60047 with 854 pieces. A relatively small piece count for just how much you get here in total. So there's a lot to cover, so it's going to be tough for me to not just bore all of you, so let's get right into it. All right, a police car. You get the number 1 police car. And this really isn't anything special at all, because if you've seen one city police car, you've seen most of them. They're all based on the same vehicle base, and this is just a slight variation on the common theme. Top comes off to allow you to put your minifigure in there. This one also does have some space to carry some stuff, so that's actually nice. Space for a pair of handcuffs, and they also give you extra handcuffs with this set. This is a little traffic directing paddle with a little light on it. The police bike is also based on their standard platform, their standard chassis and everything for sport bike based motorcycles, which they've used for police bikes quite a number of times already. Plenty enough, but as they go, I think that personally, I think this is the best one that they've done as a police bike so far, using this system, using this main piece here, because they give you a lot of extra space back here. They attach other things. This whole area back here with the 2x3 spot on top, or the 2x3 plate that allows you to attach other things, plus the studs on the sides here. You can easily customize those and put extra things on here. I think it's very well done. It's also very sturdy the way that they did it, using bracket pieces. The plate's actually attached to the sides, not to the top. I think that was really smart. Good for playability, good for durability. The helicopter in this set also follows a common theme. It's using the easy front canopy one-piece section here, and it uses the pre-made helicopter skids. So that's a combination that they've used a bunch of times. You've got your double blades up here, they spin around. Okay, that's all fairly simple stuff. But again, as things go, as the kind of standardized builds go, they went in some different directions, gave you a different tail using a Technic piece over here. That works out pretty nicely. And this one has storage space in it from both sides. So here, they've got a camera to use for surveillance or for CSI kind of work, crime scene work, and you've got another opening here that has the loudspeaker in it, or you could put in one of the extra sets of handcuffs or something like that. Good to have the extra space to put stuff. And this is actually a pretty decent looking helicopter, especially from the side. The bad guy team, the criminals, they get a truck this time, a truck with a towing attachment on the back of it. So this looks like kind of a converted pickup truck, a small pickup truck to me, not a purpose-built tow truck, but you could look at it as being a purpose-built tow truck if you want. It's small, same size as a car. Let me just compare it to the police car over here. So as trucks go, it's not very big. It's actually kind of smaller in scale. But the important thing here is the functionality. You've got this bar back here with all this chain. Look at all that chain, and it has a hook on the end. I'll show you this in a little bit more detail later because it has some extra significance, but it's just basically a harpoon end that you can hang on to something and then use the truck to pull stuff away. And you can also change the angle of this back here, so you can make it go up and down. There's plenty of room for that chain to be stored there, so you don't have to worry about all this just being all over the place. So that's pretty convenient. 7 minifigs in this set. 4 of them are cops, so here they are. They do have new torsos for the 2014 series. The ones on the right look very similar to ones that we've had before, but once you see the back, you'll see they're different. These over here have just a regular blue color, so a little bit lighter, a little bit different than we've had for a while. And I also like this hat with the navy blue color and a nice little print on it. Taking a look at these from behind. There you can see the new police logo. It's thinner, more boxy, more squarish letters than they've used before. And it's a different print altogether. I also like the prints on the backs of these blue ones here with the communication device, little walkie-talkie, I'm assuming, or radio, and also little pouches for stuff. No alternate faces on any of these heads. These two over here, you can use them either one as biker cop and helicopter pilot. This one's really supposed to be the helicopter pilot, but it doesn't matter. You can go either way with those. And then these, they can also change their roles as you desire. On the bad guy team, you get 3 criminals. We've had these heads before. I believe we've had these 2 torsos also. I think this is a relatively new one with the black jacket, pretty cool looking. And what's with the ball and chain? Well, we'll look at that in more detail later on. Black knit cap over here, I like that also. Something that I haven't seen much in the past at all. And this guy's got a backpack on with some money that he's getting away with. Let me take that off so you can see his print. And there you can see he does have some, so that's cool. And here's a look at the others from behind. Once again, no alternate faces on these head pieces, but what you see from the front is what you get, and that does it for these guys. Hey, lastly, there's also a police canine. Doesn't really count as a minifig, right? But the interesting thing here is that this has multiple colors of print on it, which is something I hadn't noticed before. It's not just black print across the nose, getting the color of the hair and the nose. There's some dark brown on there also, so multiple colors, little extra detail, more than we've had for police dogs in the past. All right, the police station itself is pretty big. It goes together in 3 major assemblies. This section here, the main jail section, and then the kind of administrative building section over here. They are all on plates, large plates, not base plates this time. I'll just give you a little rotation around so you can see what it looks like from some alternate angles. And I think that I will go through giving you a look at the individual features on a section by section basis, because there's a lot of stuff to look at from the back. So first, let's start with the administration section. It's kind of your main police station bit, right? The kind of main wing to it. And compared to other ones they've done in the past, this seems very oddly rectangular, squared off and everything. You know, it's not as I don't know, it just doesn't seem like as interesting of a design from the outside as before. Tons of stickers used in this set, by the way. All of these windows, every single one of them has a sticker in it, including the doors. Plus you can see sticker there, sticker there. You've got a sticker up here on the top, and more you'll see. So that's a little bit annoying. More on those side windows. So yeah, lots of squareness and lots of stickers. But once we turn this around to the side, let's start from the bottom. So down there, that's actually kind of the main, back here is kind of a waiting room, and then this is the spot for a receptionist desk. That seems familiar. I put one of those in my own mock. I like that. I think that makes sense. You got to have a place for the public to be able to come in. It's kind of your main storefront for the police station. Of course, they have a coffee maker. They always have to do that. A little bit of grass area indicated by this plate here in the front. You know, that's good, adding a little bit of greenery to the place. The ways to get in, there are actually 2 doors there. So you can see those open inward, not outward. And here's a look from behind once again. I'll just close those doors back up. 2 different ones. Gives you a little different access angle from on each side. And then over here, you've got just 2 seats. Like I said, it is basically a waiting room, so you've got just 2 seats here that are for just your regular citizens to sit in while they're waiting for something. The second level up here is kind of your intake, so that's where a mugshot would be taken. And you've got the seat here for a police person who's doing administrative duties here. You've got a camera, there's a flash on it. You can see that there's a little bit of a scale back there. Sorry, it's a little bit dark under there, but you can see there's a little bit of a scale to indicate height. And that's a nice little assembly that they put in there. Also, over on this side, you've got some additional things for your minifigures to use. That comes off. The entire assembly comes off. It's designed to do that pretty easily, I think. And there you can just easily get to important things for the cops. And then one other thing back there, you've got a water cooler. But where's the spout? That's okay. At least they do give you a spot to actually put a cup in there, so I think that's good for playability. Up here on the top, you have a little helipad. This is nicely elevated on the sides. I like the use of the double convex pieces at the corners. That looks pretty nice. And of course, you've got the important iconic H. And this will easily just fit on there. Your helicopter fits in very nicely. You can do it this way, or you can do it this way if you want. Either way, doesn't really matter, and it's pretty safe and secure. It's not going to fall off too easily, even though it's the landing pad is smaller than the skid. It still holds it very well. Looking at the middle section, down on the ground floor, you've got a little security booth here, so you would stand a figure behind there, and there's a small little console piece, but basically this is just for them to control what's going on with the gate to allow only authorized vehicles to come through, and you can park in there if you want, or you can pretend that there's more parking space behind, like an entire garage. And then up a level, you get into the jail section. I really like the use of this ladder piece from Fire Engine Ladders. I think it makes for a good little catwalk there. No doors this time around. No doors on the front to actually intentionally open up. So you really don't have good access to getting into legally putting your criminals in there and letting them out once they've served their time. Similar thing, looking from the front, similar thing, upper level and the middle level, pretty similar design there. And up on the top, you've got your sign, an antenna, some lights, and then you've got a hatch. So this hatch is right now opened up with a crowbar, and that's not supposed to happen. That's actually one of the ways that the criminals can try to escape from the jail. So we'll have to take a look at some different possibilities there. Looking down the sides, more just bars, and then when you actually turn this around all the way, you can see bottom floor very empty. Even the spot where your little security person would have to be is very bland, so not very cool there. But then here are your prison cells. This is what one looks like. It's a pretty big, or jail cell, I guess. It's quite large and gives them plenty of room to move around. They've got a separate toilet and a sink and then a bed. And you can see over on the sides, your criminals have been plotting different ways to get out, to get out of jail. So you've got one sticker used there, and going up to the second level, this is actually a little bit different. It's just counting, doodling. Bricks was here. I guess the guy's last name is Bricks. These beds can open up, and prior criminals with inside connections could actually bring in the crowbars and have them stored underneath here. So criminal would actually find a crowbar underneath the bed, and that's the same thing on both levels. They both have that secret compartment underneath the bed, just a place where you can store stuff. So that's where the crowbar would come in. That is being used up here. So that's one possible way to help get a criminal out of there. One possible way. Here's another way. Using that crowbar to actually open up the floor to take the entire toilet area out just completely. Pull this back. Actually, you can take it out. It doesn't even hold itself in. Opens up the floor. You can do that here. You can do that here also. So now you've got a way to just climb on down, and they can get out right down at the ground floor. By far the most dramatic way to escape, though, is to roll up with your tow truck, throw this out somehow, if you've got enough strength to get that out there, hook it into one of these bars, and then just drive off with your tow truck. Drive off. Well, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's happening. Just take that door right on off. It's designed to work like that. Comes right on out. It's not connected at the top. You can do that here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. You can do it here, you can do it here, you can do it here, you can do it here. All four of these side ones, will pop out like that. So even more ways designed into this building to be able to get out. I think that whoever designed this police station was a criminal mastermind, because they give you so many ways to escape and not so many ways to keep them in. Okay, last section over here. This is a garage and security control tower kind of section. So you have a full garage with a door that opens, it slides up like that. I like that. Park a police car in there, very convenient. Got a little bit of stuff here to keep the place clean. You've got a shovel and a push broom, also a rubbish container or garbage or recycling bin, I guess. Door opens up here to give policemen access to the garage. Imagine that this is not open on the back. That's just for imaginative play. You've got another area up here on the second level that has access to more stuff. And then finally up top you've got the observation tower, and it also has a siren on it. Let's look at all this from the back. So nothing really going on down here, nothing really going on down here, except for a little barrier. But this is actually a rotating seat where you can put one of your police minifigures in there to actually be looking over what's going on, and has a good overlook with the slanted inverted windscreen pieces. And there's a little piece with another sticker used right there. It's a new sticker for this set, good looking one with a couple of knobs and a speaker and also a handset for a microphone. And now I want to briefly talk about some new or changed pieces that I've seen in this set that I haven't seen before. First of all, this is very, very subtle. This printed piece for a computer screen, this is a new design of part with a thicker clip with larger round bits around the edges. I think that's just intended to be more durable than the old design, and just recognize that the clip is not exactly the same shape it was before. On the front, I almost neglected to mention the communication dish over here, which you can rotate and also change the angle of that over here, just a little satellite transceiver dish. But this piece right here, this is new, or at least it's new to me. Check that out. It's actually not just a slope, it's a curved piece. Curved piece, notched on one side. Interesting. It's different. 8 studs wide, 4 studs deep here, plus one more here. Has tubes on the bottom all the way through. Just another new option that we get. On this truck, this little harpoon piece on the end, that's actually a new design. Previously, this part it just went straight. Just kind of ended like right there. Peg sized piece, just fit it straight into something, but now it has a right angle adapter molded right into it. So that's new, and that's what allowed them to pull this off. I think that's really smart. And then lastly, of course, the ball and chain. Short little chain. The ball is actually molded in, so you're not going to be able to remove that. Attaches with just the regular stud piece at the other end. Interesting, different. I'm sure that this will be used in a lot of dungeon sorts of mocks and all sorts of interesting things. I look forward to seeing what expert mock makers come up with as interesting, different, unexpected uses of this part. End of the day, it's a great set with a lot of playability, very nicely designed features, really accommodates a lot of different scenarios. It encourages thoughtful, imaginative play. So many things that you can do. This is great for families that have multiple kids that are into Lego, or if you have multiple kids and they're not into Lego yet and you want to get them into Lego, this will definitely do it. I like this police station. I think it looks really boring from the back, little less interesting from the front than previous ones, but kind of aesthetically it's a little more square and stuff, but it works. It's all sensible, it all makes sense. And I think it's a really well done set for what it is. So that's it for my look at this one. Thank you for bearing with me through this long video, and I hope you enjoyed that, or possibly at least got some educational value out of it. Stay tuned for more reviews to come, and watch the blog at jangbricks.com for the latest updates and custom mocks. Talk to you again soon.